So I have been super honest about when I started Carnivore and how I was trialing Carnivore, but then I would cheat on the weekends, or I just wasn't fully convinced that it was what I should be doing. And then I was using that as an excuse to then be like, oh, I'll take a little time off. Truthfully, cheating on Carnivore with carbohydrates is a little bit different than if you're eating a low fat diet and then you cheat. So here's what happens when you cheat on the carnivore diet and you are still eating high fat, because I think that's important that you know what's happening physically when that happens. Many people like to be on diets where they are Monday through Friday eating, or Monday through Thursday eating a certain way, and then loosening up on the weekends. You don't quite do that with carnivore. I also got a comment on a post that I did recently about, like, if you go to a birthday party and you want to have the cake, just eat the cake. You can be in ketosis a couple days later if you just get back on track. And while that is maybe true for some people, first of all, it sounds like torture to me, because I am not somebody that does really well with carbohydrates. I would kind of eat some and then eat a lot, and then it would take me a while to get the cravings away and feel better, right? So anyway, let's talk about what happens when you are on the carnivore diet, which is a high-fat diet, and then you go ahead and cheat. It's also not the carnivore diet. The carnivore diet is all about the elimination of plants and the elimination of all the triggers for your digestive system and overall health. So that concept would be more keto. So as you know, on the carnivore diet, your body is burning fat for fuel. But what happens when you are eating that high fat and then you cheat with carbs? Well, first what's going to happen is the body's going to use the carbs for energy, because it prioritizes using carbs for energy over any other fuel source. So then the fat that you're eating, because the body is busy burning the carbs, is more likely to be stored as fat. So your body is burning the sugar that you're eating for energy. Your body is switching out of burning the fat for energy. You are likely storing the fat for energy, right? And then don't forget, you're going to feel sluggish and bloated because you're not used to eating those foods. Now, I know in a lot of videos I've talked about being metabolically flexible, being able to switch energy systems back to burning sugar, back to burning fat. I'm not talking about you putting on 10 pounds if you cheat on the weekend, but I am talking about the fact that your body needs to switch energy systems. And so it's not just apples to apples. You don't just get to become fat adapted and then stay fat adapted. Your body switches, right? And so if you're also eating ribeyes and butter and all of those things with the sugar that you're cheating with, then you're going to be storing fat. Look, we all slip up from time to time. You might make a conscious decision to do it. You might make a unconscious decision to do it, where it just happens because you're stuck in a moment or you haven't planned for it, but it just happens. But just know all of these things so that you can make educated decisions and get back on track and get back into the way that you want to eat for your body and how you want to feel.